Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. It's time to take you around the world of sport. Well, I am Adeni Ajishafe. A lot of activities at the AFCON. Now we have the final 8. The quarterfinalists are here and we just have to quickly look at them. But joining me in the studio, I have two gentlemen in the person of from the immediate left-hand side. This is Mohsin Siro. Good to have you, Mohsin.
Yeah, good afternoon.
And for my Joel Ajayi is there, smiling. Good to have you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, well, it's actually evening. Nigerian weather can be deceptive now. Now, let's start from AFCON quarterfinals. We have the quarterfinalists. Now, let's quickly look at as they appear on the screen. Now, we have Gambia, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, Tunisia, Egypt, Morocco, and Senegal versus Equatorial Guinea. Looking at this particular quarterfinalists, the 8 teams that scale through, we have 2 small nations that nobody gave them the chance, Gambia and Equatorial Guinea. Now they are there. So, Gambia, Cameroon. Let's take it 2 by 2. So, from Mohsin, Gambia, Cameroon, who are you tilting toward?
Yeah, for the point of look, as you see, Cameroon are performing very well. They are playing a very good football on this African Cup of Nations that they are playing. So I suggest that Cameroon can play very good. But although Gambia have tried, they come out second in group and now they are playing quarterfinal. They passed around 16. That is very amazing and good. So I'm supporting Cameroon. I think Cameroon.
You're staying with Cameroon. Okay. For the way it is, a lot of people want to tilt towards Cameroon due to the fact that Cameroon, they are the host nation. And if you look at the way they play football, so far they've played well, and you want to underrate Gambia, but maybe at your own peril, because Gambia so far they have not come here to sell onions. They want to perform well too. They can't shock Cameroon. That's from me.
Yeah.
And now Burkina Faso, Tunisia, Joel Ajayi. How do you see these 2 teams?
Honestly,
I'm sure you want Burkina Faso to draw Tunisia.
honestly, I will be going for Tunisia because they've really come up from their game, though they came to the round of 16 as a one of the best loser, and then they shocked my beloved Super Eagles, which the scar is still lingering in our hearts. But I believe that we must move on. But as far as I'm concerned, that time they played us, you will discover that most of their players had COVID-19, and then I believe by now they must have come up to join the rest of the team. As far as I'm concerned, though Burkina Faso is not the pushover, we knew when we played them in the final in 2013. I know what they did to Nigeria, but be it as it may, when we are talking about strength to strength, player to player, and then the tactic and the experience, I will be going for Tunisia.
Well, maybe I should be going for Burkina Faso. I want them out. I want them out. Now, Egypt versus Morocco. This is going to be the battle of the Northern Africa because the 2 teams are from the north and they will be facing themselves. One of them must drop for one to progress.
Only 2 there.
Yes. So Mohsin is going for who?
Yeah, sure. I would suggest Egypt because they perform well even for their match with Nigeria this season. If you watch the match in group, we just scored them 1, but we try. They get pole position more than Nigeria, and they come out second in the group. They come back with strength. If you look at their 3rd match, they come back with strength because they scored. They will need to be out, so they are second on table. They come out there, they play yesterday match, very interested match. They didn't give a chance to Cote d'Ivoire to win them. They take the match to penalty, which last they win. So I will go for Egypt.
Okay, good one there. Now, I'm sure if we look at it, it's still early to call. Morocco, Egypt is going to be a battle of the titans.
Yes.
And a clash, a big one there. Senegal, Equatorial Guinea. Well, you want to say, okay, the Teranga Lions will have it easy against Equatorial Guinea, but it might not be so. Equatorial Guinea, for them to have dumped Mali, that will have given them much courage to play Senegal. Joel?
I beg to disagree with you because when you play a game, you use all your strength to play the game.
So they could be
the next time that there might be fatigue, there might be some little injury, though it happened with Senegal too. But I will go for Senegal because they have not been playing fantastic even right from the beginning of the game. But that is how you know the champion. If you could remember in 2010, Spain that won the World Cup, they played slowly along the line. They are getting their rhythm, and then at the end of the day, they were crowned that the winner of that particular tournament. But as far as I'm concerned, no matter how terrible Senegal play, I will still be going for that country because I want one of the West Africa
to be there.
To be there because if you look at this round of 8 now, we have close to 3 North Africa in that particular.
And we have Gambia too. Gambia, Senegal, Cameroon.
So I wouldn't want Senegal to leave the game right from 18. Let them progress to at least the last four countries that we play in the AFCON.
Okay, from the West Africa, we have Gambia and Senegal. Well, Burkina Faso, Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Equatorial Guinea, and also Cameroon. They are part of the last 8. Who will scale through to the last 4? That will be the question they'll be answering from Saturday as they will begin the quest for the last 4. Quarterfinals, well, finalists, we just roll out there for you to see. The biggest one a lot of people want to look at is Egypt versus Morocco. That game will bring a lot of fireballs that just as it be coming out. Now, quickly, we'll move away from AFCON quarterfinalists. Now, we'll talk about matches that will be coming up today in the World Cup qualifiers in South America, North America, and also in Asia. Let's look at the South America now quickly. The fixtures from South America, we'll have Chile versus Argentina. A match that you want to see Lionel Messi. Chile, they will be facing Argentina there. Is it possible that Chile will shock Argentina again? Colombia versus Peru. That's another match that will be coming up. Ecuador, Brazil, a game that Brazil will want to take serious. Paraguay versus Uruguay. Well, you just have to look at the 2 Guay countries. Venezuela versus Bolivia. When it comes to South Americans, you just can't write any team off. You know why? They are all very good in football. Now, let's take it 2-2 per person. Chile, Argentina, Colombia, Peru. Joel, Chile, Argentina, we know that each time they play.
Yeah, that is a very
honestly, it's going to be one of the best games to watch. If you are not having in mind to watch that game, I will urge the football fans to take their time and watch that game, because anytime you are watching Chile, Argentina, you know that you are watching the I can call them a Clasico. You might be thinking that Argentina will have it just free like that, but it's not like that when it turns to Chile, because they know how to.
They have the key.
Yes, they know how to
hold Argentina
in any. Just go and check their statistic. Even if Argentina are going to get the victory, it's going to be, they are going to grind it. It's not as if
before they can get it.
It's not going to come on the platter of gold. They are going to work for it, because the game always bring this kind of things that we can do it from the Chile. But at the end of the day, because Chile is played at home, it might go in the ways of Chile, but it's not going to be an easy game for both teams.
Chile will be at home against the team that they call Argentina at the Santiago. Well, it is possible. Chile will want to show why they are one of the countries that know how to get Argentina down. Still talking about the fixtures now, Peru will also be facing Colombia in another match that will be coming up. Peru, Colombia. Well, if you look at Peru also, that's why I said all the South American nations, they are very good. You can't even, when you are looking at them, you can't write anyone off. You'll be like, who will win this match? So Colombia, Peru, I'll go for a draw. I don't know who I will. Still on Joel anyway.
I will disagree with you, because if you look at the 2 countries, Colombia has been in the World Cup, the Peru has been in the World Cup. All of them, they have represented South America, be it as it may, in their own different capacity. So for me, I will be going for Colombia because of some of the games they've played and then the kind of the form they have right now, because they have a lot of players scattered all over the world playing in different leagues. I believe it's going to count for them if they put the energy, if they put the strength. I believe it will go in favor of Colombia.
Okay, well, let's wait for that to happen. Ecuador, Brazil. Mohsin, looking at this, Ecuador versus Brazil, if you look at the name, you want to underrate Ecuador, but you can do that at your own peril because our South Americans are very good in football. Ecuador, Brazil.
Yeah, I will go for Brazil because, you know, even the players that Brazil called to represent them this time around, all their players are in form. If you look at it, even from Madrid, they call almost 5 players that all are in form. Militao just win man of the match, man of the player of the month last month. He's the player of the month, and Vinicius Junior now is the most rated player in all these young stars players that are upcoming now. And Rodrigo, he's one of the best players now. So Brazil have their players are in form. So definitely I will go for Brazil. They will win this match.
Who do want to go for Brazil? Everybody wants to go for Brazil. Now Paraguay Uruguay, that's another game that you want to see. Uruguay, yes, the first country to win the World Cup. The record is always there.
That's why it's good for you to have a very good record.
Yes.
Even our generation will be the first country to win the World Cup will be the Uruguay. So I love the country, and then be it as it may, if you put it side by side, they have some of the players that are doing well. I didn't say the other country are not doing well, but like you said, it's the battle of Gue. I believe that one Gue must
draw for the other Gue. Well, I still remember the call that the goalkeeper of Paraguay then, Chilavat, showed class whenever he was at the goal post. In fact, they've not had someone like that for a long time. Venezuela versus Bolivia, you just can't write them off. Just believe that South Americans, whenever they play football, they are always at their best. Now, let's move straight to North Asia, rather. Let's look at the World Cup qualifiers. Asia that will be coming up. Also, there are Lebanon versus South Korea, Iran versus Iraq. Yeah. United Arab Emirates will be facing Syria as Vietnam play away to Australia. You have China versus Japan. Saudi Arabia versus Oman. Well, that Japan-China, you can say who will win this game? Japan, China. I think I would tilt towards Japan for the men. If it's a women football now, if it's women football, I could be tilted towards China. But for the men, I will pick Japan.
But they are coming up.
They are coming up. But for the men football,
and then like I said, I do say it anytime I have privilege to say it. In football, anything can happen. Yes. That is the truth of the matter. If Tunisia can remove Nigeria, the almighty Nigeria, the Nigeria that had 100% record from this AFCON, anything can happen in
But really, football. Tunisia were not really doing, but I just don't understand why
they are not playing anything fantastic. They played 3 games and they won 1. They got just 3 points. They got just 3 points.
Okay,
in football,
anything can
happen.
Let's not forget that Mohsin's in the studio. Mohsin, Iran versus Iraq. Iran versus Iraq.
Iraq versus Iran. Yeah, I will go for Iran, sure, because Iran are performing more than Iraq for this time. So I will go for Iran. Iran are playing much better football. Yes, than Iraq. Yes.
Why would you go for Iran versus Iraq?
Because if you see Iran last time in what Iran were in World Cup. Yes, they are in World Cup last time. So and they play well. Although they don't have that kind of quality players to get them where they want, but they have been playing well. And even for here, I think I will go for the Iran.
Okay, Mohsin is saying we'll go for Iran. We've been looking at the World Cup qualifiers, the teams that will be playing over there in Asia: Lebanon, South Korea, Iraq versus Iran. UAE, that's United Arab Emirates, they will be playing in Dubai or Abu Dhabi against Syria. Australia versus Vietnam. China play away to Japan as Oman faces Saudi Arabia. Those are the fixtures that will be coming up in the World Cup qualifier for Qatar 2022. Quickly, we'll move to North America now. North America quickly. Let's look at the fixtures there. North Central America, Panama versus Costa Rica, Honduras versus Canada, while Mexico, they play away to the Reggae Boys of Jamaica, and USA will be hosting El Salvador. Jamaica, the Reggae Boys as they call them, they'll be playing against Mexico. When you look at it, you want to read Mexico will win, but football can't just be that. Siroma.
Yeah, so I would go for Mexico because all of them are good. All of the 2 teams are very good, but But if you look at the way the teams are coming up now, Mexico these days have a very good players that are performing good. These days there are some good, they called some like 3 players from Europe that come to Mexico to play this match, and they are very good players. And even for the Jamaica, I don't know their star players, but I will go for Mexico.
You go for Mexico, yes, because you, yes, think they are huge, right?
Yes,
that's football, yes, anyway. Yes, but don't underrate the Reggae Boys. I remember some times ago we played friendly with them, that we played 2-2 then in a friendly game. Now, okay, it's like you have something to say concerning this.
Yes, see, football is not about, you give them a lot of hype about reggae. Football is not about reggae, and then it's about the run leather game. It's, yes, two different things entirely. If you like, play all the reggae, play the blue on the field of play. If you are not playing well, you are losing out. So for me, I would like to go with Mr. Mose for that Mexico will be.
Okay, we'll wait to see. After all, nobody expected Equatorial Guinea to do well against Mali, and they did well. Now, Honduras versus Canada, and you have USA versus El Salvador. USA, right now, their football is really growing. They are really doing well in football. They are growing. You want to tilt towards them that they should win this game against El Salvador, but you never can tell. The team might just not go right. North Central, talking about the fixtures that are coming up in the North Central. We are just reviewing all those matches for the qualifiers in the World Cup. We've talked about the South America, we've talked about Asia. We have also looked at the North Central America qualifying series for the World Cup 2022 Qatar. That will be coming up later this year. Now, quickly move away. Now, let's talk about some transfer stories as it happened over there in different locations across Europe. Quickly, let's talk about Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich forward Thomas Müller. Thomas Müller is doing some interest right now from Newcastle and Everton. Well, they want to get this player, 32-year-old Thomas Müller right now. News came out that Newcastle, Everton, they want to get Müller. But from me, I'm looking at Everton, Newcastle. Yes, for Newcastle, they have money now. Everton, yes, with their performance for now. I don't see Müller going there. But football, you can never say, you know.
The truth of the matter is that for me, a move for this a very good player to Newcastle will be one of the best things, because when you are a player, you've played all the days of your life, and then there will be a point in your life where you'll be like a pensioner. And then if you move to that Newcastle, where there is a whole lot of money, you'll be able to be getting money, and then you'll be dishing instruction for the players on the field to buckle up their game. You are like a coach on the field of play. So for me, going to Everton, I might not be in support of that, but going to Newcastle, because this guy has paid his price, he has paid his due, he's supposed to get a whole lot of money. That's why I always like a player that is above 35 to go to the like of Saudi Arabia League to go and play, because you are going to get your money. You are like a loss on the field of play. So for me, it will be a very good move for him to Newcastle. When you are no longer playing 90 minutes or even 50 minutes or 40 minutes in your beloved club Bayern Munich, you move elsewhere, and then they will celebrate you there. Instead of you sitting on the bench, or instead of you match rusty, you can still get to the other less privileged club and get it right.
Okay, now for you, Marcin, talking about the another player now, let's look at the story of Baba Dieng. Baba Dieng is from Senegal now. News came out that West Ham United, they are also interested in signing him. From the way he has played in AFCON, we know what he has done. Talking about the story of West Ham, Crystal Palace, they are eyeing a late move for Baba Dieng now. Well, as it is, from your own side, this young lad has really done well for himself. West Ham coming from, although he played for Marseille, but Crystal Palace, West Ham, where will you want him to go?
I will suggest him to move to Newcastle, to West Ham. I suggest West Ham because, you know, the performance of West Ham and Crystal Palace, we've been hearing Crystal Palace all those times, but their matches, again, they are playing with big teams, winning, but West Ham matches, if you watch West Ham with Arsenal, you will know that this team are really up to something. They are really building up something. So I would suggest he should have gone to West Ham because he will perform there well.
You prefer him to go to West Ham?
Yes.
That would be a nice one there, coming from Mosin Chiroma. Now, let's quickly look at the last draw on the show. Liverpool, they've actually made contact with Juventus concerning their striker, Paulo Dybala. Dybala, we know as an Argentine, a very good player for Juventus. Liverpool really right now are making sure their radar is tilting towards Juventus to get Paulo Dybala. And if Dybala could move to join the likes of Salah, Mane, Firmino, that will be an extra plus for Liverpool. Well, that should be the way it's going to happen. If Liverpool should get Dybala, it will be a very big plus.
Yes, it's a very big transfer.
For me, at times it's not about big players, because if you bring this kind of player, now it might bring confusion in the attack of
Liverpool. And maybe somebody will have to drop.
You trust. If you drop someone, if this man is not in form, it means it's going to affect the team. So it's better you look before you leave. So that's my advice.
That's your take for Liverpool.
Yes, that's my take. Liverpool they are doing extremely well this time around, so they don't need any distraction or any confusion
and maybe they just want to, the coach, manager, or rather, the way they call it, they might just prefer to have okay, I love the way this guy play. You have more sparks to my team.
I want you to get me right. Don't get me wrong. I did not say the player is not good. He's a very good player. But what I'm trying to say is that from the experience of the Premier League, once you are bringing new player, it will affect the attack of the team, especially when we are talking about the forward of that particular team, because you will not buy player and keep it on the bench. You will like to use him
team to play.
It will affect the other team.
He's playing PS11 in his team now.
That's a good one there. We've been having a nice time with gentlemen in the studio in the person of Mosin Chiroma. Thank you. I really want to appreciate your time to come on the show.
Thank you.
And for Joel Ajayi, thanks very much for coming too.
My pleasure to be here.
Yes, it's been on 360 Sport, where we've been talking concerning some juicy sports stories. We just have to go now. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for staying with us.